Chapter 3: Threads of the Past. The discovery of the Order weighed heavily on Alex and Sarah. The more they uncovered, the more they realized how big and complex this conspiracy was. The symbols were a key, but they didn't know to what. Every piece of information they found brought more questions, and the feeling of being watched grew stronger every day. Sarah's sleep was disturbed by vivid dreams, flashes of memories that didn't feel like her own, or maybe they were parts of a life she'd forgotten. Faces she didn't know, places she'd never been, they haunted her, leaving her restless and uneasy. She hadn't told Alex about the dreams yet because she didn't understand them herself and didn't want to add to the tension between them. But the dreams wouldn't stop. Each night, they pulled her deeper into a world that felt both strange and familiar. One night, she dreamed of standing in a grand, ancient library with towering shelves filled with dusty books. The air smelled of old paper and something else she couldn't identify. At the far end of the room, a figure stood in the shadows, watching her with an intensity that sent chills down her spine. When she woke up, she was drenched in sweat, her heart racing. The image of the library stuck in her mind, vivid and unsettling. She couldn't shake the feeling that it was connected to the Order, that the dreams were trying to tell her something important. She decided it was time to tell Alex about the dreams. They were too persistent, too detailed to be just coincidences. Something deeper was at work, connecting her to the symbols and the path they were on. The next morning, as they sat together over a quick breakfast, Sarah finally spoke up. "Alex, there's something I need to tell you," she said, her voice hesitant. "I've been having these dreams. They're not normal dreams. They feel like memories, but they're not mine. I think they're connected to all of this, to the Order, to the symbols." Alex looked at her, concern on his face. "What do you mean? What kind of dreams?" Sarah took a deep breath, trying to find the right words. "It's hard to explain. I keep seeing this library. It's a huge place filled with books and scrolls, and there's someone there, watching me, but I can't see their face. It feels like they're trying to tell me something, but I don't know what." Alex frowned, thinking about her words. "Do you think it's a warning? Or maybe a clue?" Sarah shook her head, frustrated that she couldn't make sense of it. "I don't know. It's like they're showing me something, but I can't figure out what it is. It's all so vague, so unclear." Alex reached across the table, taking her hand. "We'll figure it out together. Maybe these dreams are guiding us, showing us where to look next. If they're connected to the Order, they might help us understand what we're dealing with." Sarah squeezed his hand, thankful for his support. The dreams had made her feel alone, as if she were in a world no one else could see. But Alex's presence reminded her that she wasn't facing this alone. "We need to dig deeper," Sarah said, now more determined. "There's something we're missing, something that ties all of this together. Maybe the dreams are connected to my sacrifice." Alex's face grew serious at the mention of the sacrifice. The memory of that moment in the hidden reality still haunted him. The moment Sarah had chosen to give up her past, to lose all memory of her life before their journey began. It had been a necessary choice, but the cost had been higher than either of them had expected. "Do you think the dreams are pieces of your old memories?" Alex asked, his voice filled with concern. Sarah shrugged, unsure. "Maybe. Or maybe there's something else entirely. All I know is that they feel important, like they're trying to lead us somewhere." They decided to follow the clues in Sarah's dreams to find out if the Order's secrets were hidden in some forgotten archive or ancient library. The challenge was finding it, if it even existed in the real world. The dreams were fragmented, offering only glimpses of the place Sarah had seen. But they were determined to try. Their search led them to old records, obscure books, and hidden corners of the internet where whispers of secret societies and lost knowledge still existed. One late night, during a research session, they found a reference to a place known as the Athenaeum of Shadows. According to the sources, the Athenaeum was a legendary library said to hold the collective knowledge of the Order. It was rumored to contain ancient manuscripts, forbidden texts, and records of the group's activities going back centuries. But it was more than just a library. It was a sanctuary, a place where the Order carried out its most secretive rituals and experiments. The problem was, no one knew where the Athenaeum was. It was mentioned only briefly as a footnote in conspiracy theories, Some thought it was a metaphor, a symbol of hidden knowledge. Others believed it was real, but its location was known only to the highest members of the order. As they pieced together the fragments of information, Sarah felt more certain that the Athenaeum was the place from her dreams. The descriptions matched the library she had seen, the atmosphere, the sense of something ancient and powerful. "This is it," Sarah said, her voice filled with certainty. "This is the place from my dreams, the Athenaeum of Shadows. It has to be where the Order keeps their secrets." Alex nodded, feeling hopeful. "But how do we find it? If the Order has gone to such lengths to keep it hidden, we won't find its location just by searching online." Sarah leaned back in her chair, thinking quickly. "The answer has to be in the symbols. They've been leading us this far. They must have some connection to the Athenaeum. Maybe they're a key, a map that will show us the way." It made sense. The symbols had always felt like more than random patterns. They were a guide, a code that could unlock the secrets of the hidden reality. If they could decipher the symbols, they might be able to find the Athenaeum and uncover the truth about the Order. They spent the next few days analyzing the symbols with renewed focus, looking for any patterns or clues that might point them in the right direction. It was painstaking work, but their effort paid off when they noticed a recurring pattern, a series of coordinates hidden within the symbols, right in front of them. "Look at this," Alex said excitedly, pointing to the screen. "These numbers, they're coordinates. They've been there all along. We just didn't see them." Sarah's eyes widened as she realized what they had found. "Coordinates. Do you think they lead to the Athenaeum?" Alex felt a surge of anticipation. There's only one way to find out. The coordinates led them to a remote place deep in the Carpathian Mountains, far from any town or city. It was a place wrapped in mystery, a place where few people went and even fewer returned. The journey would be dangerous, but they were determined to see it through. As they prepared for the trip, packing supplies and making arrangements, the weight of what they were about to do settled over them. The Athenaeum of Shadows was more than just a library. It was the heart of the Order's power, the place where their secrets were kept. If they found it, they would be stepping into the very core of the conspiracy, into a world where the rules of reality no longer applied. But despite the danger, despite the fear that gnawed at them, they were ready. They had made sacrifices, faced trials, and uncovered the first threads of a mystery that went back centuries. Now, they were on the brink of uncovering the truth, of finding the knowledge that had eluded them for so long. As they set out on their journey, the symbols continued to pulse in the background, a constant reminder that they were not alone, that they were being guided by forces beyond their understanding. The path ahead was uncertain, filled with dangers they could not yet see, but they were determined to finish what they had started. The Athenaeum of Shadows awaited them, and with it the secrets of the Order, the answers they had been searching for, and the truth that would change everything.